Welcome everyone. Today we have a Genshin Impact news update. So this was just released today on Genshin Impact official website about some of the frequently asked questions and people are concerned on. We'll highlight some of the most important ones, and there's some really good ones. So first, they talk about the subtitles and voiceover, the many of the languages. And yes, we can download the game in advance. So keep that in mind. For the PC, it's on the 26th, and for the iOS Android, it's on the 27th. And for the PS, it's on the 26th as well. I recommend us to download the game preemptively because there might be server issues, there might be delays on the day as many players decide to just jam in and download together. So make sure you pre-download the game earlier. And the game is likely going to be about 30 gigabytes on PC and PS and 80 gigabytes on iOS and Android. That's from the previous news. So, will there be any rewards upon game's release? This is actually a very important one and people are wondering. And yes, there are some very good game rewards. So, 3 million down registrations with the Acquainted Fate. This means you can get a 10 times pool right away when you finish enough of the story. We'll touch on the story and the rerolling after. So after 10 million per registration, you get 10 more Acquainted Fate. I'm not sure if they did this because they're close to the numbers or we're guaranteed to have the 3 million. We're not close on the 10 million for now, I believe. So at least 10 free rolls when you start the new character. And this is before the first patch 1.1. Now there is the Getting Ready to the Road per registration event, which will be giving your characters free 4-star items, 4-star weapons, and 4-star artifacts. If you haven't seen this, definitely check out our previous video, which we talk about how to conduct those daily, and you can guarantee yourself some pretty nice items before you start the game. I'll also make a special rerolling guide on how to use this after you rerolled into a good character. So everyone will be getting a special Wind Glider skin, and this one will be different to the existing one. This is because we have achieved a certain threshold of registration. Now they just explained that Acquainted Fate, which is the times 10 item. It's basically one free roll each. Now how you want to think about how much is Acquainted Fate? So right now with the Chinese server, I think it's going to be the same pricing for the global server. It's about 5-10 times rolls for 100 USD. So each 10 times rolls is about 20 USD. So 10 Acquainted Fate, each one is about 2 USD, if you think about it, just in terms of the pricing. Now this one, this is actually pretty nice, and you can log in through the Michael account you created, Facebook or Twitter. And different devices with different login system, and for the PS is strictly on PSL account. What I'm really interested here, it's gonna be this one. It's the one is can account data shared across different platforms. So basically what happened is we'll skip on the server for now. So can I play my account on PC, and when I'm tired, can I play my account on my phone? And when I'm tired on that, can I play my account on my iPad? What if I'm playing on my PC, my friend sits next to me that uses an iPad, can he play it with me? And this is what I'm really interested in. And I'm really happy about this. So for the PC version, iOS and Android version, you can share across different platforms. So I can play anywhere I go on my phone, on my iPad, or on the PC while I'm streaming, which is excellent. There is a small downside because the PS version is limited to PS, so you can only play within the PS accounts, I believe. And the next part is exactly what I was asking. Can a co-op exist for different platforms? And says yes, which is excellent. They do have to travel, you do have to level up to a certain adventure level. I believe it was 10 or 15. It's not difficult. About 5 to 8 hours into the game, when I was just running around randomly, I got there. So within a day, you can play with your friends. Now, data transport is not going to be supported in the future. I think this is majority because of the transport of data between servers, maybe between different platforms like the PS and also the other platforms. Lastly, the top-up. Now, I will cover this in much more detail because I want to work out the best value of top-ups and the best buys in the game. I do plan to spend some to support the developers, but I don't plan to whale or just not spend excessively and aimlessly. I want to spend where my money really counts. And just as a brief summary, right now you can top up on iOS, Android, and on PC. And make sure you're on a certain platform to top up, and the PS can top up on the PS account. The difference here is keeping in mind each platform will actually charge a fee. I believe 30% on iOS, which is quite expensive to the developers. Android charges a fee. I'm not sure if the PC doesn't charge a fee. So on computer, if I can charge directly on with my PayPal or with my account with the developers, if there's no fee, and if we're recharging this way, they can be much cheaper. Now, on the iOS, there's a way you can get discounted gift cards. Basically, people sometimes sell 10%, 5%, 15% from supermarkets, and those can be a way of saving with iOS. And people have said with Android devices, make sure you switch your region to America and turn the tax saving method, but I haven't looked into it. So apparently it is cheaper to charge on Android by setting your region to America for tax purpose. So I'll get in touch with those with my friends to figure out what are the best ways to recharge and what are the best value for money. And this is it, guys. The 3 highlights I want to share is the timings you can be downloading the game. I definitely recommend to download a little earlier. So 26th on the PC and 27th on the Android and iOS. Also 26th on the PS. Followed by that, there is going to be at least 1 10 times rolls, perhaps 2 10 times rolls if they're feeling generous. And after that, oh yes, we're going to touch on the rerolling for that as a different guide. After that, yes, you can play on different accounts. And but you can play the same account on different platforms, which is a big plus for me. I love to play on my iPad when I'm just walking on the treadmill, or maybe play on my phone a little bit when I'm outside. But majority of the time, I'll be playing on PC. So let me know what you think, guys, and I'll keep the news up to date, and I'll be making more game guides with regard to the game mechanics, and a lot more to come when the game comes out. Thank you again for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.